So hello and welcome everyone to tonight's webinar about Forget About Age cosmetics. My name is Astrid Tomczak. I'm from Germany and I'm the owner and creator of the brand. I think there will be a few more people joining, but I try to keep the agenda as I think that all of you would like to have dinner maybe sooner or later, and we have quite a lot of news to tell. So let me share my screen with you. I hope you can see that. So I have prepared a little presentation for you about the brand, the journey, the different products, and of course about the application and how to use the range. So first of all, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm working as aesthetic practitioner. I'm running my own clinic since 2008, and I do a lot of minimal invasive treatments, aesthetic treatments. So like fillers, platelet-rich plasma, and botulinum toxin, mesotherapy, profile, just to name a few. And my feeling always was that there is a gap between minimal invasive treatment and the usual at-home care. And I was always thinking how to fill this gap to give my patient an extra to help cure the skin, to help maintain the results of aesthetic treatments, to improve skin quality, and to do it in a way that is, maybe different than other brands are doing it. So all started in 2018 when I was introduced from one of my friends to a peptide called arginine. And this is the molecule that you are seeing here on the screen. And the specific or the extra plus with this peptide is that it has a quite similar effect to botulinum toxin. That means it is working on mimic wrinkles. It gives a very quick result after a few minutes. You maybe know that as the Cinderella effect. And I thought that would be a good starting point to work on my own line of cosmetics. And so 2018, everything started. So we are a very young brand still, but I think we have achieved already a lot. So as I explained in the beginning, I'm aiming to bridge the gap between minimal invasive treatment and this classical at-home care. And what is really important to me is having products that are offering instant effects. So I'm not a very patient person myself. And I wanted to have something that really makes a difference and where you see a quick onset, like when using minimal invasive aesthetic treatments. So what the brand is aiming for is that we want to complement these treatments, we want to finesse results, but we want to also have a kind of long-term improvement when it comes to skin quality. So texture, pore size, elasticity, these are the classical parameters we want to improve. When you look at our target group, I mean, what kind of end consumers or people are interested or could be interested in our brand? Then, of course, instant effect is something that is much loved by the millennials because they are always online. They are taking a lot of selfies every day and they want to look extremely perfect when doing so. So what they are doing now is they are using filters to improve their appearance, to look their best. And of course, with Forget About Age, there is a possibility to reduce the use of filters or even make them not necessary anymore. And then there are, of course, other patients that are already undergoing minimal invasive treatments and they are looking for something to complement, to support, to enhance, or to prolong the results. We are currently selling the products in different countries. I will show that in a minute. And we have started in clinics. Of course, this is my journey and this is where I'm coming from. But we are also selling in luxury to luxury spas, to high-end cosmetic stores, to luxury hotels and to pharmacies. So the setup is always very dependent also on the legal situation in the different countries that we are in. So talking about our global footprint, we have achieved already something, I think. So we are present in most of the countries in Europe, and also abroad in Singapore and Vietnam, French Antilles, Kuwait, Iraq, in Jordan. I miss Jordan. This is a quite new partner that we are working with. And I'm of course very happy that we are now part of the DD Group family, and that the company is now taking over the product and the project for UK and Ireland. So this is a picture of the whole brand as it is currently existing. We are planning some enlargement of the portfolio, and I will tell you a little bit more about on this slide. So I'm going from left to right. We are looking at the aging process as we do it in clinics for aesthetic treatment. And so what we experience is, of course, all around the eye area, the aging process is starting very early. So many patients, many people complain about dark circles, wrinkled skin, thin skin, specifically in the lower eyelid, droopy eyelids, discoloration, but also about swelling, specifically in the morning. And so we developed Instant Eye Love, which is a product dedicated to the eye area and taking care of all of these issues. Then the next product is dealing with dry skin. A lot of women are having problems with dry skin. And so I thought that it's really, really important to have something kind of prep product, preparing the skin for the other products, giving a good hydration boost. And this is the Instant Hydration Serum. Then we are going to launch, and this is also, of course, for UK and for Ireland, our Instant Wrinkly Eraser. We have, this was our first product actually that we put on the market. And we did some update to ease the use of the product, to make it more efficient. And this will come by end of August, beginning of September this year. And of course, it will be available then in the UK and Ireland as well. And we will present the product the first time to the market during AMWC Congress in Monaco. We will also launch a specific product for dull skin, pale skin, in a way boring skin, which is our Instant Glamour Serum. And that will come during the course of autumn, winter. And then already available is our Instant Taint Love product, which is a wonderful light makeup in 2 colors. And it is perfectly well to be used after aesthetic treatments. I will explain you the features later on, but of course it is for daily use. So it's not necessary to have a treatment before because it has a nice coverage and it's very easy to apply. And you don't feel that you wear makeup, which is something that's important to me as well. And then next year, we are going to have a lip product. So currently available is Ice Love, Hydration Serum, the Instant Wrinkly Eraser in August, and the Instant Taint Love for the makeup. So I would like to introduce you now a little bit to the different products. We have some videos also on how to use the products. And please feel free whenever you have questions to interrupt me or I think you can just raise your hand, or we can also do the questions at the end of the session, whatever you prefer. So starting in the upper third of the face with our Instant Ice Love product, I said already that we have different indications that we are working on with the product. So very important, I feel, from my experience, are the dark circles or the shadows in the lower eyelid, but also the fine wrinkling that a lot of people experience, even in younger patients or people. I see that when they are in their 20s, it already starts. Also dry skin, thin skin, then these droopy eyelids, and of course the bags from the swelling. That is what we are working on with the Instant Ice Love. So what are the ingredients? We have a mix of plants that we are using here. And to me, it is in general very important that we do not harm the skin. So that means, to me, it's important that the products don't have any ingredients that are harming the skin barrier function, that are clogging pores, or have any other ingredients that irritating the skin and give additional stress to the skin. So this is why all the products, and you will see that later on, are free of parabens, free of microplastic. They are without any animal-derived ingredients. So people that are maybe reluctant to use products that have ingredients from animals, they have no problem with our range. They can use it perfectly well. And of course, all products are cruelty-free produced, but I think this is standard today. So talking about ingredients, we have, I have named a few, the most important ones here in the Instant Ice Love product. I would like to highlight our Ice Effective complex, because this is the combination of two white flowers, hawthorn and jasmine, Arabic jasmine. They are basically doing a lot of the job. So you maybe know hawthorn from drugs that are dealing with heart issues. So this product or this ingredient is working to increase the blood flow, is working against swelling in our case, is improving the circulation, and is also improving the oxygen saturation. So which is very important when you want to work on the dark circles and when you want to work against swelling. And then the Arabic jasmine is acting on the fibroblasts. And we know that the fibroblasts are our best friends when it comes to skin rejuvenation, because they are taking care of new formation of collagen and elastin. And when we want to strengthen the skin, improve elasticity, and improve the overall appearance of the skin, then we definitely need more collagen and more elastin. Working on the wrinkling is of course important as well. And for this, we have the arginine, the hexapeptide that I mentioned in the beginning, the product or the ingredient with the journey started with Forget About Age. And it's also interesting because when you work with this ingredient on puffiness, it also is helping a lot. And it's also helping to, you know, lifting a little bit the eyebrow. So we have a very nice effect here. To make sure that these ingredients are coming in the deeper superficial layers, of course, of the skin, we have added an effect booster, lysolecithin. And the specific with this ingredient is that it promotes the delivery of the active ingredients, but it's not destroying the natural lipid structures. It's not harming the skin barrier. which is, as I said, important to me. We have done a little bit of investigation, of course, to prove the efficacy of the product. And specifically what we tried to find out was first the reduction of dark circles and the eyelid firming effect, the problem with the droopy eyelids. So for both studies, we took 20 women in the age between 40 and 60 years, of course, with the problem of dark circles. And we did measurements at the beginning, after 14 days, and after 28 days. And the interesting thing was that we were working against placebo to really see if there is any difference after using the eye effective complex. And yes, there was a difference. The participants used the product twice a day, morning and evening. And what we have found is that the accumulated hemoglobin, which is of course also responsible for the dark circles in the lower eyelid, was significantly reduced after 14 days already, minus 19%. And the saturation of oxygen, which is of course important for nutrition of the skin, was increased with plus 2% in 14 days versus placebo. And then for the firming effect, we have also seen a very nice result after 14 days already, with an improved appearance plus 19%, and after 28 days plus 27%. So, of course, I think you are experts when it comes to cosmetics. So I guess everything is clear about these two ingredients. They are very often used in cosmetics because of their positive effects. So I will skip that. Interesting is that aloe vera has also a very nice antioxidative effect on the skin. So it reduces the oxidative stress, the problem that the free radicals are doing significant damage to our skin. So, and aloe vera is a very good ingredient to stop this, or even, or let's say, reduce the harm that these free radicals can do. Then we have an ingredient that is working positively on the barrier function. Something that I see in many patients is not working really very well. You see that when you have patients with irritated skin, skin that tends to have eczema or impurities, then it's very often that the skin barrier is not working really well. So, and this ingredient can help us to improve that. And last slide, down we go for the video. For the first one is about the hexapeptide. So that's really interesting because there are a lot of study data specifically on the anti-wrinkly effect of arginine. And of course, it's a temporary effect. So it's for approximately 8 hours, also known as the Cinderella effect. But we also know that this ingredient is able to decrease the pore size to have the effect of a more harmonious and even skin surface, and also an effect on boosting collagen with, of course, long-time use. So this is how the product looks like. And you might ask why there are 2 pens in one box. So the idea is that you have 2 colors, light and dark, and there are a lot of skin tones out there, and it's really, really difficult to match the product that you bring to the market to the skin tones that are out there. So my idea was to have a different approach, working with two colors, one very light and one dark. And so you are able to really mix and match the product to the skin tone of your patient and consumer. And I think that's something that makes it much more easier to fit the product to a lot of people. And the application is really easy. So the pens are looking like that. You will see that in a minute in the video. You turn at the lower end. The product will be released in a pen and a brush, and then you can apply it on clean skin. And you can mix the product directly, different colors directly on the skin, and then wait a few minutes until the effect kicks in. Normally, the product stays very, very well on the skin. So I put it in the morning and it basically stays until the evening. But of course, you are free to repeat the application whenever you feel it's needed. So I will show you a video now on how the product works.
Hello and welcome back. I forget about age. So what
I will just skip the introduction. Okay.
Ice Love comes in two tints, light and dark. The product can be used all around the eye for the rejuvenation of the eye area. In order to achieve a very natural result and nice transitions, we mix the colors, dark and light, according to the skin tone of the patient. And I will show you in a minute how. The Instant Ice Love comes in two tints, as already explained. So what we are doing is we are starting, and this is what I recommend, with a lighter color. And I put it on the darker areas underneath the eye, the lower eyelid. And you can work with a cotton pad to blend it in and see a first result. But it might be that it feels a little bit unnatural because the light is very light to give a good coverage of the darker areas in the lower eyelid. So what I recommend is then to work on top with the darker color. In order to have a nice transition. So you can blend it in with a cotton pad, you can use your finger, whatever feels best for you and works best for you. And what is really important is to take care of this area. We don't want to create a visible border here. So it's really important to blend in as good as possible. So you can see, I think, a very nice first result. Of course, you can finesse, you can put more. But what I would like to mention at this point is that we have a very nice additional ingredient that is normally not a part of an eye concealer. We do have a peptide that's called agreline, and this is working on the small wrinkling that you have very often underneath the eye. And so, but it takes a few minutes until it kicks in. So what I would recommend is we are leaving the lower eyelid and continuing with the upper eyelid, and then look back and see the final result. So again, I'm working first with the light version. And what you hear is the twisting. You need to do that to release the color into the brush. And I use only a few droplets. That is maybe a little bit too generous, but let's see. I blend it in. And I see that on the upper eyelid here, very close to the lashes, and quite dark area, and also in the corner of the eye. So I put a little bit more. To optimize the result. So it's a very nice coverage now, as you can hopefully see. And I will continue with the darker color to finesse the result. Because it shouldn't look like you're wearing a light eyeshadow. It should look like your natural skin tone. So I think I need a little bit more. Again, twist at the lower end of the pen, release the color. Oops, that was too much. Blend it in. Mix it with the lighter tone to achieve a natural transition. When working with the Instant Eye Love, I mean, if you ask me how, in what order should I put products when I'm taking care of the eye area, I would recommend you to really start with an hydration treatment, like our Instant Hydration Serum. Wait until this product is completely absorbed, then continue with the Instant Eye Love, and then at the very end, take care of your lashes, put your eyeliner, put your eyeshadow, and then you will have a very nice and natural and perfect result. So this is what you can do with our Instant Eye Love product. I think you can see that it works wonderfully around the eye area, and I wish you a lot of fun trying it.
Okay, so that was just a short introduction. You see that it's quite easy to use, straightforward, and not a big deal to do it in the right way. So as a preparation product and to deal with dry skin, we started the development of the Instant Hydration Serum, which is coming in a small dispenser with sterile taking. All products have 36 months of shelf life. And as I said already, to me, it's really important that we do not harm the skin with our products, but we support skin health. So it's a very liquid serum, colorless, and it's hydrating the different superficial layers of the skin. You see, it's a very short ingredients list. It's basically water and hyaluronic acid that we have in the product. And the specific of this product is that we are working with 2 different molecular weights of HA. And this is important to make sure that we work in different layers of the superficial layers of the skin. So we have, first of all, low molecular weight RHA with 30 to 50 kilodalton. And what this does is penetrating the skin and give intensive moisturization in the epidermis. And so it's working on skin roughness and of course on dryness. And what is really interesting is that this specific molecular weight is stored in the connective tissue. So that means you have an instant effect, you see this instant hydration effect, but you also have a long-term effect throughout the day. So your skin always feels well hydrated. And then we have a little bit of a higher molecular weight of HA in the product. And this one is able to hold a lot of water. We know the water binding feature of the HA, and that fills the stratum corneum and gives a kind of plumping effect to the skin, also working on the very, very fine wrinkles. Why is it important that you have molecular weight? I think a picture always says more than 1,000 words. And you can see it here. When you have high molecular weight, it sounds, of course, great. But the problem is that it's not penetrating. It's not able to penetrate the superficial skin layers. So this is why we are working with low molecular weight only to really have this effect in the superficial layers of the skin. We don't want to have this occlusive effect, that we have a kind of film on the top, on the surface of the skin. And this is also when you feel our product, it's not sticky, it's quickly absorbed. So it gives a pleasant texture of the skin. And I think that's because of the low molecular weight HA that's in it. So areas of application, of course, we are always focused on the face, but you can use it as well on the neck, the décolletage, back of hands. So whatever you feel needs hydration, of course, can be hydrated with a pea-size a droplet of the instant hydration serum. I myself use the product also after a minimal invasive treatment. We know we do a lot of disinfection, and this is quite some stress for the skin. So what I try is to give the skin a bit of relief after the treatment, after the disinfection. And so I put it directly after, and it's very well tolerated. And I know what I do to the patient, because otherwise the patient would take something that he or she is using at home. And that's a bit of losing control and never know what the effects are going to be. So just a quick introduction to the application. You will see the instant effect very nicely. And yeah, let's go for the video.
The brand today and show you the different applications of the products in our range. Hydration is key for almost every skin type. So follow me and I will show you the application of our instant hydration serum. I would like to show you today our instant hydration serum, which gives a very nice hydration boost to the skin, thanks to 2 different molecular weights of HA. That helps your skin to have this extra freshness and this extra hydration push. The application of the product is very easy, and I will show you that in a minute. When working with the instant hydration serum, I use normally a cotton pad, and a one-time push gives me enough product for the treatment of the whole face. So what I'm doing is I'm just tapping the serum slightly in, and as you can see, the amount that is approximately pea size is really enough to work on the complete face and give this extra hydration boost. And when applying the product, it's so nice because you have this freshness and cooling effect that really pushes the skin and gives this nice feeling of super hydration. When the product is completely absorbed, we could of course continue using our Instant Ice Love product to take care of the eye area, or use our Instant Taint Love product as a makeup, and you have a perfect start to the day. Thank you.
So yeah, that was already the introduction to the last product that I wanted to show you tonight. And this is our Instant Taint Love product. And as already explained, it can be used as a post-treatment product after aesthetic minimal invasive treatments. But of course, it can be used as a daily makeup as well. And it comes in a dispenser. As you can see on the picture, it's 15 ml. And we have also the concept of mixing light and dark, like I already explained it with the Instant Ice Love. And so you can mix and match the color according to the skin tone and get a very nice result. It's very liquid, so it makes it easy to apply it. We will see a video in a few seconds. And the ingredients will sound familiar to you because some of them we have already seen in the Instant Ice Love. But what we added in the Instant Taint Love is silicea for the healing, to support the healing process of the skin, colloidal silver to prevent bacteria from creating harm to the skin, and we have added SPF 20 sun protection factor to protect the skin from the rays, from sun rays. So the effects are hydration, care, anti-wrinkle, anti-swelling, and of course, with the sun protection that is helping to protect skin health. So you can use the product on clean skin, not a big deal, easy use. You can use the instant hydration before, and then you can mix the two colors on a cotton pad to make it match to your individual skin tone. So a short video here as well to show you the application.
Hello, our other video on the application of the Instant Ice Love product already, you know the principle that we are working with. We always have one lighter color, one darker color, and we try to mix and match the colors according to the individual skin tone. And this is what I would like to show you today. So what I'm doing is I'm taking 2 cotton pads and my product, of course. And I have a quite dark skin tone, so that means that I will use more of the darker color to match it to my skin tone, the makeup. And a little bit of the light color to enhance the darker areas of my face. I will only treat the right side, so you can see the difference to the left side that is not treated and there's no makeup on it. So what I do, I mix the 2 colors. I mix the 2 colors with the cotton pads, and then we can start with the application. So I gently tap the product on the areas where I want to use it, and then blend it in to get a very natural result and smooth transitions between the different areas. And what is really nice with this product is it has a sun protection, SPF 20 inside, and it has also colloidal silver, which is helping against bacteria. I go to the forehead as well. I need a little bit more. So I take the second cotton. And you need only minimal amount of product. So be a little bit careful with that. Otherwise, there's a lot of product left that you need to dispose of, and that would be a pity. Okay. And what you can see maybe, hopefully, is in the product is also our peptide, Botulinum, which helps to decrease the appearance of mimic wrinkles. Of course, the onset takes a few minutes, but I hope you can already see the difference between the left side and the right side.
Yeah, so this was a little introduction to the brand Forget About Age. And I'm of course happy to answer all your questions that you might have. Are there any questions? No? Okay. So if you will have any questions later on, of course, the colleagues from the DD group will be very happy to support you with that. And I would like to thank you for your interest and for your attention. And yeah, I hope you have the possibility to try the product very soon. Thanks a lot and have a very nice evening. Thank you. Bye-bye.